All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Lalema Aneja Dang. The headlines. Campaigning gains momentum for the first phase of Gujarat Assembly polls. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address public rallies today in Surendranagar, Jambusar and Navsari. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman to start pre-budget consultations from today. India to take over the chair of the Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence from France. The Indian Panorama to begin today at International Film Festival of India in Goa. And FIFA World Cup kicks off in Doha. Ecuador beats Qatar in the opening match 2-0. In Gujarat, campaigning is in full swing for the first phase of polling. Voting will be held on 89 seats in the first phase on December the 1st. Our correspondent reports that campaigning in the state has gained momentum with the election meetings of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address election rallies at Surendranagar, Jambusar and Navsari today. Mr. Modi is appealing people to give another chance to BJP for maintaining pride of Gujarat and the development of the state. The Congress party has also fielded its prominent leaders in the campaigns. Senior Congress leader Rahul Gandhi will campaign in Surat and Rajkot today. Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot will also accompany him. Meanwhile, Aam Aadmi Party's national convener Arvind Kejriwal and other leaders are campaigning hard to woo the voters. With Sanjeev Sharma, Aparna Khun, AR News, Ahmedabad.
Today is the last day to withdraw the nomination for the second phase. In this phase, 1,112 nominations have been found valid. Meanwhile, the BJP has suspended 7 party members who had filed nominations as independent candidates for the first phase of polling. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will begin her pre-budget consultations with different stakeholder groups from today in New Delhi in connection with the forthcoming Union Budget 2023-24. The Ministry of Finance in a tweet informed that the meetings will be held virtually. Ms. Sitharaman will be holding her first pre-budget consultations with the captains from the industry and experts of infrastructure and climate change in 2 groups. University Grants Commission (UGC) has finalized the framework for the 4-year undergraduate program that will be implemented in all higher educational institutions from the upcoming academic session 2023-24. The rules for these courses will be shared with all universities this week. The 4-year undergraduate program will be implemented in all the 45 central universities and most of the state and private universities from the next academic session. In Bihar, 8 people including 6 children were killed after a speeding truck rammed into a crowd near Mahanar in Vaishali district of the state last night. 4 people are critically injured and they are undergoing treatment in Sadar Hospital. The incident occurred near Naya Gaon Tola area on Hajipur Mehna Road under Desari police station. President Draupadi Murmu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed condolences to the bereaved families who lost their loved ones in the accident. Mr. Modi also wished a speedy recovery to the injured. He announced an ex gratia of 2 lakh rupees to the next of kin of each deceased from the Prime Minister's National Relief Fund. 50,000 rupees will be given to the injured. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar also expressed grief over the tragic incident. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. India will take over the chair of the Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence GPAI from France today. Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology Rajiv Chandrasekhar will represent the country at the GPAI meeting in Tokyo for the symbolic takeover from France. This development comes on the heels of assuming the presidency of G20, a league of world's largest economies. GPAI is an international initiative to support responsible and human-centric development and use of artificial intelligence. Our correspondent reports that GPAI is a congregation of 25 member countries, including the US, UK, European Union, Australia, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Mexico, New Zealand, South Korea and Singapore.
India had joined the GPAI in 2020 as a founding member. The artificial intelligence is expected to add $967 billion to Indian economy by 2035. It is also expected to add $450 to $500 billion to India's GDP by 2025, accounting for 10% of the country's $5 trillion GDP target. India occupying the chair also signifies how the world today perceives it as a trusted technology partner and one that has always advocated for the ethical use of technology for transforming citizens' lives. With Paras Chauhan, Anand Kumar, AIR News, Delhi.
The first batch of students from Tamil Nadu who are visiting Kashi under the month-long Kashi Tamil Sangamam program will reach Prayagraj today. They visited the Ganga Ghat area in Varanasi yesterday and took part in many activities. Here is a report from our correspondent.
A grand welcome is waiting for the students of Tamil Nadu who will reach today at Prayagraj to visit the prominent places of the city. They will visit the Sangam area, Lete Hanuman Temple, Adi Shankar Viman Mandapam, Akshay Vat and other prominent places of the city. A students group of Tamil Nadu yesterday spent their time at Ganga Ghat in Varanasi. They performed Ganga Aarti at Hanuman Ghat area and some of them also enjoyed the cruise ride in the river. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
The Tamil Sangamam will continue till the 16th of December 2022. In our bilingual live phone-in program, Public Speak, we will bring you a live discussion tonight with Arun Singhal, Secretary of the Department of Fertilizers, on various topics concerning the fertilizer sector. Listeners can ask questions to the expert on topics related to One Nation, One Fertilizer scheme, availability of fertilizers in the country, uses of nano-urea and nano-fertilizers, and other queries related to the fertilizer sector. Listeners can ask questions from 9:30 p.m. onwards tonight on telephone numbers 011-2371-7106 and 011-2331-4444. You can also post your queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by #AskAIR. This live program can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.nic.in and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. In Nepal, the Election Commission has said that the nationwide voter turnout in the elections to the members of the House of Representatives and 7 provincial assemblies was around 61%. Addressing a press briefing organized at the EC headquarters in Kathmandu last evening, Chief Election Commissioner Dinesh Kumar Thapliyal said the turnout percentage may slightly increase as they continue receiving details from districts across the country. The voter turnout in the twin elections is lower as compared to the past 2 elections. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will be on a 2-day visit to Cambodia from tomorrow. Cambodia, as the chair of ASEAN Defence Ministers Plus meeting, is hosting the 9th annual meeting at Siem Reap. Mr. Singh will address the forum on Wednesday. He will call on the Prime Minister of Cambodia. India and Cambodia will co-chair the maiden India-ASEAN Defence Ministers meeting presided over by Mr. Rajnath Singh to commemorate 30 years of India-ASEAN relations. The Defence Minister will hold bilateral discussions with his counterparts of the participating countries. During the talks, Mr. Singh will discuss defence cooperation matters and ways to further strengthen the mutually beneficial engagements. The Indian Panorama at the International Film Festival of India, IFFI, in Goa will open today. 25 feature films and 20 non-feature films will be showcased in this section. Kannada feature film Hadinelentu, directed by Prithvi Konanur, is the opening movie of the segment. Vivek Agnihotri's Kashmir Files and S.S. Rajamouli's RRR will be screened in the Indian Panorama section. Here's more from a correspondent.
Indian Panorama films represent different languages, regions and cultures of our country. Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, Marathi, Hindi, Odia, Manipuri, Maithili and English films have been selected this year in this segment. Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur will attend the opening ceremony of Indian Panorama. He will also participate in the opening ceremony of 75 Creative Minds of Tomorrow. Mr. Thakur will also attend the inaugural ceremony of Film Bazaar, which provides film sellers and buyers a platform to interact. Mr. Thakur will also inaugurate a film technology exhibition at Football Ground, Panaji. Ashok Shukla, AIR News, Goa.
The FIFA World Cup 2022 kicked off at the Al Bayt Stadium, Al Khor in Qatar yesterday with cultural show amid a loud cheer from the fans. Here's a report.
Football's greatest show on earth, FIFA World Cup 2022, has been officially declared open following the glittering opening ceremony held at Al Bayt Stadium in Al Khor. After some beautiful lightsaber and the FIFA World Cup songs, BTS singer Jungkook performed the track Dreamers, with Qatari singer Fahad Al Qubaisi also accompanying him amid a loud cheer from the crowd in the ceremony. Earlier, France legend Marcel Desailly presented the World Cup trophy in front of the fans ahead of the opening ceremony. Hollywood actor Morgan Freeman talked about unity and a troupe was performing a sword dance. Amir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani read out the welcome address at the opening ceremony and welcomed the world at the mega event of the football.
32 top countries from 5 regions will be in action for the championship title. In all, 64 matches will be held across 8 stadiums in Qatar. Last night, Ecuador started its FIFA World Cup campaign with a resounding 2-0 victory against Qatar in the opening match of the tournament at Al Bayt Stadium in Al Khor. Today, England will take on Iran in Group B match at Khalifa International Stadium at 6:30 p.m. India time. In the Group A match, Senegal will take on Netherlands at Al Thumama Stadium at 9:30 tonight. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar met world leaders on the sidelines of the FIFA World Cup 2022 at the Al Bayt Stadium in Qatar. He yesterday met President of Djibouti Ismail Omar Guelleh, President of Liberia George Weah, President of Senegal Macky Sall, Vice President of Ecuador Alfredo Borrero, and the Prime Minister of Lebanon Najib Mikati. Mr. Dhankar also interacted with the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, FIFA President Gianni Infantino, and International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach. Mr. Dhankar, who is in Qatar at the invitation of Emir of Qatar Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, will interact today with prominent members of the Indian community on the second day of his visit. He will also visit the Qatar National Museum. He will also be interacting with the members of Indian community organizations working for migrant Indian workers and members of Rajasthan Parivar Qatar. And now let's take a look at the weather today. Well, the national capital Delhi is likely to have mist. The temperature hovers between a minimum of 9 degrees and maximum of 27 degrees Celsius. Mumbai is likely to have mainly clear sky. The minimum temperature was 23 degrees Celsius and the maximum should be around 34. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to VC Pramod.
Thank you, Lalima. UN Climate Conference COP27 is a lead item in many newspapers. Climate Deal Delivers Loss and Damage Fund is the Business Standard headline. But there was little progress on other key issues, reports dailies. Fed up with liquor and drug abuse, many villages in Hisar have decided not to vote for candidates if they offered liquor for vote. That's an optimistic story in the Tribune. The Hindu, along with the Tribune, mentions Mangaluru auto rickshaw blast as an act of terror. Investigators believe it is linked to Coimbatore car explosion. Marriage season demand brings cheer to Surat fabric units is a report in the Financial Express. The man-made fabric hub has now about 300 plus textile markets on revival mode. 53rd edition of International Film Festival of India that opened to audiences in Goa has declared Telugu superstar Chiranjeevi as the Indian Film Personality of the Year, says the Asian Age. And finally, many newspapers also carry colourful pictures of the grand opening of the FIFA World Cup at Qatar.
And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines again. Campaigning gains momentum for the first phase of Gujarat Assembly polls. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address public rallies today in Surendranagar, Jambusar and Navsari. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman to start pre-budget consultations from today. India to take over the chair of the Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence from France. The Indian panorama to begin today at International Film Festival of India in Goa, and FIFA World Cup kicks off in Doha. That's all we have in the morning news.